When I talk to friends, to my family, I'm having a hard time to communicate because the question comes, how are you? Tell me what's been going on. And those are beautiful people and they really care about you, and you kind of try to think what's going on, what should I talk about? And generally, you're supposed to think about the things that happened in your life. I got married, we're buying an apartment, we went to concert last week, we got a dog, these kind of things. Or about your problems, which I don't generally talk anymore. So mostly it's about good events that happened, or just events, And you talk to the friend you haven't seen in a while, once a year. There are some friends to whom I talk once, twice a year, because we live in different cities. And they kind of picking up the idea of how you doing in your life. Or Diana just got married, or Diana just broke up with some, or Diana found a good job, or Diana doesn't work, doesn't make money. And they kind of having an idea about you. This idea have nothing to do with you, but they have an idea. And because you want to give a good idea, or sincere idea, or whatever, you kind of share in these events from your life, because what else to talk about, right? But it has nothing to do with what is really going on in your life. The other day I was talking to my grandma. She's very old. She doesn't have much life energy now. And I was talking to her on video call, and I don't even know what to tell her, Usually I try to make conversation about the other person. In that case, I don't have to talk about my life. But with her, she doesn't have much life going on, so I have to talk about my life. And I try to come up, what should I tell her, And I'm telling her, I'm very happy, You prayed for me, so I could find a good man. Here I am, I found a good man. He's loving me very much. I'm very happy. We went to beach. We did that, And it's it feels not genuine, because I don't really share my life. This is getting married, going there, doing this. It's not my life. And it's not anybody's life. I mean, this is how we get used to see the movies, just a series of big events. But events, it's just a small moment, The life happens in between. The life happens when you wake up and you see the sun and you smile. When you feel the warmth of the human that you love next to you. When you make a stupid joke and you laugh till you cry. When you just having a tea and looking into each other's eyes. When you're going for a walk alone and just feel the air entering your lung. When something just makes you smile, some little thing, or upset, or just the feeling your bare foot on the ground, or just these small things, the taste of food in your mouth, little feeling that just flash through your mind, through your body, little thought, little moment. How can you share those? Especially when you really want to share, when you have this intention, with my grandma. How can you share when they ask you the question, what's going on? What's up? How have you been? How can you really generally tell how have you been? Is there any way? I'm not gonna start talking about that. Yeah, no one really cares how have you been, and those are super are superficial questions, you know, it's just asking for the sake of politeness. It happens a lot of the times. But I'm talking about when you speak with the people that you really care about and you really want to share how have you been. And you don't want to just share the series of events that happened in your life. My brother went to Bali recently. It was his first solo travel to different country, and I was so excited to hear how was it for him, because I connected to my experience of my first travels. It just blew my mind. It was so incredible, so amazing, and I wanted to connect to that feeling through him. Like, I wanted to hear what he was feeling. And I asked him, like, come on, tell me everything. How was it for you? And he started sharing this like series of events. We went there, we see this, we went there, the bike broke down, we fixed it, like this hotel, this place, like this waterfall, you know, these people I met. And it's just this. I'm listening to this and I'm like, but I want to feel what you felt, you know, like share me the feeling of how was it for you. And we don't get used to have that kind of conversations. Can we really share, like, when someone asking like how are you, how you really are? And if I suggest we talk about the feeling rather than the activities and events in our life, would that be accurate? For example, my grandmother asking me like, how are you, how have you been, tell me. And I tell, well, I feel loved, I love, I feel sadness. The other day I felt sadness, deep emotion of sadness and pain. And the other day I got excited. That's also like, I feel it's also very shallow. Instead of series of events, I'm just talking about series of emotions. That might be because of my poor vocabulary. And I feel I'm just these words I'm just sharing, like sadness, love, you know, those are just words. Do they really transmute the way I feel? Doesn't seem so to me. Maybe if I would have a poetic, rich vocabulary and I could express and describe the feeling of life, maybe I could share more. But that's also not an answer, because I don't think that kind of thing, be able to share what's going on and answer generally the question how are you, what's up, supposed to be some kind of skill that only some people have, like rich poetic vocabulary. That's just a rare skill that not everyone has. And I kind of want to get to the point where everyone generally can share, like, and answer this question. And I'm just coming to the conclusion right now. By the way, I start talking about it randomly. I didn't have any kind of idea what I'm gonna talk about. I'm starting coming to this conclusion that there is no really way to generally answer this question, because what we mean by that when we asking like how have you been, what's going on, what's up, we want to know the past of the person, what happened in your past while we haven't been talking, because what's happening right now, we are talking, and the past is irrelevant to the present moment most of the time. Somehow we just want to collect bunch of facts and events about the people that we know, and we want to share ours. Like, It defines us, it defines who we are. Like your past defines you, but this is not true. Like past doesn't define you, because like you only remember what you want to remember, and those always inaccurate, because your mind perceive your memories through a certain way just to confirm the ego idea about yourself. So you, with your past, you only feed in your ego. It has nothing to do with reality beyond the ego. And the reality beyond ego is beyond the past, beyond the future, beyond your plans or things that you've done. It's right now in this very moment. I have this friend, she lives in Vietnam. We haven't seen each other in like 5 or 6 years already. And I love talking to her because we don't talk about things that happened in our life. Even so many things happen in her life and in my life. We don't share those things. We just start talking about the way we feel straight away. She starts sharing her worries and thoughts and ideas, and I start sharing my. We don't really like that. Often it just comes to the idea that we talk about how incomplete we are, and about our problems and struggles in life, and mostly with our own self, like anxiety or like stress, or how to be more present, how to get out from social media, how to make income, like these kind of things. It's kind of like when we create this space to talk with each other, we kind of create this space of incompleteness. Because if I'm complete, I'm perfect, you're perfect, this moment is perfect, what is to talk about? What is to talk about? Nothing. It's just silence. Just silence and appreciation for the moment, for the friend that you are having right now, for the technology that allows us to share this moment together. Nothing. But we don't get used to talk about, oh, this moment is so beautiful. I'm so grateful we are talking right now. I feel so much love right now in this very moment, like floating and vibrating and penetrating everything around me and inside me, and I just hope you feel the same way. We don't talk like this. It seems silly, and I don't think there is any point of even talking these things. Those things you just feel, and even feel beyond the feeling. The conversations just start making less and less sense to me in my life, especially with the people that don't really see beyond these things, beyond events and emotions in life. They don't really see that realm of spirit that we are sharing all here. And if you're watching this video, for sure you are see and you feel this realm of spirit. And just like talking about politics, weather, events, recipes, blah 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 blah, feelings even. I think I like to talk about feelings a lot. It's just, it doesn't make much sense. But you ask, like, Diana, okay, talking doesn't make much sense, but how do you connect to person? Like, you see the person, you like the person, you want to connect, you want to share a moment, you come and you introduce yourself, right? And you asking, like, where are you from? What do you do? Like, because you want to find the similar points where you can connect, and have, and maybe share some experiences, and find some similarities with each other. And like, oh yeah, I also have been in Russia, like, na zdarovye, привет. Like, they like saying Russian words when I say I'm from Russia. I don't know why, it kind of annoys me. I'm just standing there and just smiling, listening this embarrassing embarrassing accent, and I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable. Again, it's my mind that judges people, you know, like I don't know, I don't understand why do you need to like share the words straight away in the language. Because people want to connect with you. They want to connect to your culture. They're like, okay, you're Russian. I'm also like have some kind of Russian culture inside of me, and I want to share it because I like you. I want to connect with you, you know? And that's the idea behind it. It just gets so awkward and искажение. What's the word? Искажение, искаженный. Transformed, but another word, I don't know this English word, it just gets so different from the origin where it's coming from. Origin is love. It's like, I'm in love, I want to share love, or I want to feel love. Like every single feeling, every single like word, every single action, everything behind every single thing that we do and experience and act, there is love. There's the desire to feel that love. And I don't mean just emotion, you know, oh, I love you, oh, I love this moment, you know. I don't just mean that. I mean, that's the realm of love, of unity, that behind all these like egos ideas, we want to get there, we want to get in this realm. And when this is the region where our words coming from, because we want to connect, so we speak, where our actions coming from, like because we want to connect, so we do something, you know, something funny, or like we shake hand because we want to connect. But this is the origin, love. And we want to connect because we are all on this level of spirit, and we just want to get back to our home, to our natural state of being, where we just all in this realm of unity. But it gets through these ego ideas, you know, like how this connection's supposed to happen, how this love's supposed to happen. It goes through these different emotions, understanding of like false ideas of yourself, of the world, of the other person, you know. For example, like I am like, I don't know, I'm a woman, so I don't shake hand like this with men, right? Like I'm a human being, so I use my verbality. Like this person is Russian, so I use the Russian words. So all these like ego ideas and understanding, like not understanding, but believing how is this love supposed to be expressed, gets in a way, and in the end it's just like useless, you know, because I don't think we need actually any words for love. Would that mean we would just live in a silent world and use like our eye contact to share things and to greet each other and to answer the question, how have you been? We just actually, it's not like how have you been, because this is the past and the past is irrelevant. It's just like, how are you, right? How are you right now? How, like, what is going on right now in this very moment inside of you? So you just share an eyesight with another person, kind of answering the question, and the other person like picks up instantly, like you feel in grief, you feel in love, you feel in sadness, you feel in like neutral, you just empty vessel for life itself, and you just sharing like through eyes, you know. I feel that's like eyes, that's the most pure way of communication as I can think of. Yeah, you can talk with the person and he might say you blah 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 blah, but if you really want to know the truth, you gotta look in the eyes, and the eyes, they cannot lie. They cannot lie. You can lie with your words, with your gestures, with your look, even like with your emotions on your face, but the eyes, there is something pure beyond, and you cannot fake anything with eyes. The ego cannot interfere the eyes. It's also like kind of metaphoric, because when we age, the only thing that stays the same, it's our eyes. The whole body, in the entire body around, start getting old and like and ugly, you know, and I mean we perceive it as ugly, but the eyes, they just stay the same exactly as they were when you were a child. That's something interesting, right? For sure we need to learn how to talk less. For sure we need to learn the new way of approaching people. And I'm talking about that I want to reach more genuine connection with random people and the people I love, not just talking about the events that happened in my life and the feelings I'm feeling. And the way I can do it, I can just try to approach myself them with such a way, with like pure presence, with looking in their eyes. But that just might feel too intense for the other person, right? I mean, not everybody like just want to stare. Yeah, let's just, how are you? Are you okay? Why are you staring at me? Shh. Don't talk. Don't talk. Just look at my eyes. That's a bit awkward. But I mean, why not? Why not, right? Please share in the comments below what is your way of genuine communication with other person. How would you approach that if you would love to truly connect with someone you first met, or with your mom, or with your friend, like truly connect, you know, beyond all this like bullshit about your past that you are talking about. Like, how would it be for you? What would you do? Or if you had these experiences in life, I had, by the way, but I feel the video been already too long. And anyway, I had this experience of truly connecting with other person. She was from other country. Her name is Maya, and she didn't speak much English. She speaks Spanish mostly, a little bit English, and I speak English and a little bit Spanish. So our communication was like Spanglish, and I think it was very limited, and lots of things, like we wanted to express to each other so many things, but we couldn't with our verbality. So there was like so much feeling and energy transfusion happening with our communication. And also we did not know each other. Like I did not know her past, she did not know my past. We were not talking about these things. We were just meeting at the beach and enjoying and sharing our love to beach and to the sea. We both just loved the sun and the beach, and we were just meeting at like 6 a.m. in the morning and just enjoying and sharing. And that was so healing, you know. We shared the love for sea, for beach there, and like, and in this love that we shared, we both reflected it to each other, and it was like enveloping the entire environment. It was so healing for her and for me. And that was the most pure relationship I've ever had. It was short. We were doing this for like 6 months. We were knowing each other for 6 months, I think. And after she left, but I think if this good relationship would continue longer, it wouldn't be as pure, because ego is always putting some ideas of other person, like, oh, Maya is like this, I don't know, Maya is married, she broke up, she, like, I don't know, like, the more past we know about the person, the more past we know behind the person, the more it interferes our pure relationship with that person. So you probably had this like amazing conversations with strangers, but when you truly don't care, like when you don't know the person, and that is so pure, because like your ego didn't put so many labels, and you able to communicate purely. Yeah, anyway, the video is too long already, so please share your pure way of communication with other person. How do you approach that? Yeah. How can we approach that as people, as culture, as humanity? How should we communicate with each other to really connect, to access this realm of love and share this realm of love together? I love you.